The Jaguars beat the Vikings 14-10 in their second preseason game. What's going on, everybody? This is Xavier Sports, and we're going to be discussing the Jaguars and the Vikings. One thing about this game was definitely a defensive battle. We saw both defenses pretty much dominate the game. We can see why these were the best two defenses last year in the NFL. So just to see all the bodies flying around everywhere, the big hits and the turnovers, I don't mind watching that type of football, honestly. I don't always like to sit down and watch high-scoring events. But in this game in particular, both quarterbacks pretty much struggled with their first-team unit. Now, Kirk Cousins was a little bit worse. He went 3 for 8 for 12 yards. Now, Blake Bortles, he was 12 for 20 for 159 yards, and he threw one interception. He really should have thrown 2 interceptions because he got away with one early on in the game on our first drive. Now, keep in mind, these two teams have been hitting each other and practicing against each other all week long, so they're ready. They were ready to go up against each other, and they kind of already had a feel for each other throughout the week. And also for the Jaguars, we had a couple guys that didn't play. Taven Bryan, a first-round pick, still haven't got to see him play yet. That was unfortunate. And then Jeremy Parnell didn't play. And then our free agent acquisition, Andrew Norwell, still has not played yet. So Blake Bortles did struggle a little bit, but for the most part, I thought he was very opportunistic. He got the job done when he needed to. He produced a touchdown scoring drive where we went for it on 4th down, and Leonard Fournette smashed it in for a 1-yard touchdown. But before that, Blake Bortles did very well to scramble and elude pressure and to make it even attemptable at that point to get 7 points. So that was a good job by Blake. Yes, I know he needed to clean up the turnovers, but it's only the second preseason game. He's still getting used to these new receivers. Our receivers, come on, guys, let's be real about it. Our receivers aren't getting any separation. We're not getting any play from our tight ends at all. Our tight ends are just non-existent. Sean Osaneji, 1 catch for 29 yards. Niles Paul, 2 catches for 18 yards. So our tight end play is not looking good at all so far in this training camp. I don't know where Austin Seferian-Jenkins is at. Apparently, he's doing good in run blocking and pass blocking, but I haven't seen him catch the ball. So I want to see what he can do, because if we don't have any tight end play this year, guys, it's going to be a long season for Leonard Fournette and these receivers to try to get open for Blake Bortles. Now, another bright spot on the team was TJ Yeldon. Now, I think TJ Yeldon, believe it or not, looks like to be our best offensive weapon. Not our best player, but our best weapon. TJ Yeldon, he's already proven in his career that he can catch the ball out the backfield, and he's proven that he can take the load as the number 1 running back. So just in this game, in the Vikings game, he had 10 carries for 39 yards and 5 receptions for 73 yards. So he led the team in receiving, led the team in rushing. And this is something that you could possibly see during the season, be like a normal thing. Not necessarily him leading the team in rushing, but as far as him leading the team in receiving and still having a lot of rushing yards, I can definitely see that happening on numerous occasions this year. Like I said, our receivers are not getting open, and our tight ends look like they're not going to really help us out this year. So guys like TJ Yeldon and Corey Grant, if they can get more acclimated to the passing game and get more touches as far as receiving the ball, and this offense can just go to another level, or actually the offense can just get better, because the offense doesn't look good right now with the receivers and the guys we got running out there. They're not bad, they're not terrible, but they're just not up to par as far as us. If we want to get back to the AFC Championship game and have a chance to play in the Super Bowl, these guys are not going to cut it. So we're going to have to get better at that. But all in all, I thought it was a good preseason game. Another thing that stood out to me about our defense was Ronnie Harrison. He looked very aggressive. He looked aggressive on certain tackles, and was, I think, tied for the most tackles on the team, total tackles on the team versus the Vikings. And then also Donald Payne played very well. I know there's a lot of questions about who's going to be in that linebacker position behind Leon Jacobs, but I think Donald Payne could do a good job. So that's something to look forward to in the third preseason game. But, man, like I said in my other video about Ronnie Harrison, I think he's going to start at some point this year, and that dude's going to be a stud for us, for our defense. So I'm definitely looking forward to the third preseason game. We're going to be taking on the Falcons. We're going to be at home, so definitely looking forward to that. I think the starters will probably play the whole first half just like they did in the Vikings game, and then probably one series coming out in the second half just to get a feel how it is coming out the first half, or coming out the halftime. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, how this offense is looking, how Blake Bortles is looking, and just the Jaguars in general. How you think we look, and how you think it's going to translate to the third preseason game, and what are your expectations for our team moving forward. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and you guys have a good day. Go Jags.